understand me, outsider. I have had to deal with breakdowns, bust-ups, and malfunctions on this gate, and it is not something I enjoy doing. Just because I'm the one who cleans up your messes does not mean you're to go around making them. This is a delicate piece of equipment. You will treat it with the same respect you would any other machine, or I will tan your hide with a chain. When I was a young girl, I used to work for Pevlar, and he worked a kind of magic with a transport gate. Some of it rubbed off on me, so here I am. The upgate is our way of surface travel, much smoother than an elevator, and I can set its destination to just about anywhere we need to go. Oh, you need to use it now? That's, oh. The last one to use the gate was Lovatos. I've no idea where he got a key to this place. But he ran through half naked, covered in butter, screaming in a strange language. I'm still working on cleaning up the mess. When it comes to Lovatos and butter, oh, it's always a problem. He didn't really cover himself in verminous fabricant butter is nasty stuff. Distilled, it makes a good lubricant, but if not, it sticks in machinery and a pain to clean out. I managed to get most of it, but there's still some pockets of the stuff in the lower pump mechanisms. You would actually help me. You don't have ulterior motives, do you, outsider? Very well. I'm not one to look a Khajiit in the mouth when it gives me something. You may help. The pump mechanisms alternate and move enough that you should be able to scoop out the pockets of butter, if you're quick enough. Don't come crying to me if you lose a limb, though. I'm not reattaching it. No. Have you? Well, there's only one way to find out then, isn't there? Step through the gate when you're ready. I recommend a running start, though. It hurts less. There used to be hundreds of these outposts. They call them towns now, but in the height of the Clockwork City, every great pillar had a tune. Of course, the idiots didn't bother to keep things running, so now only Lull Moor remains. How is it not obvious to you that something called an upgate can create gates up to the surface? It was named that so people wouldn't ask stupid questions like that. Of course, it can do more than just return you to the surface. If I'm not busy, which I will be, I can set it to take someone to a variety of locations. If you ask nicely sometime, perhaps I will show you a demonstration. I should be the Century in charge of Lull Moor, not Numenor. I've done more for the Clockwork City than every fool here. I played for the Cacophony, was secretary to the High Former, but there's even a helicarrier named after me. But what does achieving things in life get you? A drunken lout of a husband, and court-martial just because I ripped his skull out. What? No, of course not. Oh, did you ever pay attention as a child? You can't kill a fabricant with something as low-key as that. He's over there on the table. Grumbles a lot, but his eye sockets can hold things for me. Finally makes himself useful. Oh, I know about Lovatos all right. Numenor brought him to clean up the place, but half the time I find him poking around mechanisms that he shouldn't. I don't trust that little man now. He talks like he's crazy, but acts much differently. Watch yourself around him. little gold bugs that beep? I hope you aren't harassing them, outsider. Those are Formation Repair Fabricants, or FRFs, and they do nothing but help us. If they're bothering you, then good. They have a reason to do so.
You're a long way from civilization, comrade. But I am afraid you'll have to keep moving.
Stranger.
Access to this compound is restricted, even for fellows. Ah, the new transfer, I take it. You must have certainly made the lady angry if she's sending you all the way out here. Unless you requested it. But come in, come in. It's not much warmer inside, but at least you're out of this damn snow, no? Justicia Archeron is a very skilled enchanter. A former Psijic, you know. Before he switched to the correct side. Illusion and alteration are passions of his. So mind the estate. They are littered with the results. The gods included. I myself have had a few modifications. After all, we're all part of the punishment platoon out here. Oh, don't act so surprised. You didn't think Helenwyn was going to reward you, did you? Deserters, second guessers, we're all guilty here at Whitehall. Don't worry. A few lobotomies and you will be as complacent as I am. Come, come. My lord, I present a new arrival to you.
I wasn't informed of any new arrivals. Kill them.
Ah, my lord. I must protest. Our guest comes from Elowyn's entourage. Apparently, they were a bit too friendly with the cook.
And yet I wasn't informed of this.
My fault, my lord. I had yet to give you the message. I was busy at the gate, as you know.
Then you are excused, Sicarius.
My lord?
You have failed to inform me of an essential message. Not entirely your fault, I admit, so I will be easy. I think an hour on the rack will be good.
Yes, my lord. Thank you, my lord.
I do try, but it is hard to keep them loyal and clever.
Hail.
There's only so much of their brain you can remove before they're little more than corpses. Now let me have a look at you. Strong, young, or young-looking at the very least. Apparently you were sent to me for sleeping with a cook. Oh, don't grovel, please. I can understand passion. I like passion. Passion is life, and the livelier ones last longer under the knife. Tell me, are you at all particularly shock-resistant? Well then, perhaps you would like to be. It is amazing how much less conductive one is when they lack a spleen. Oh, relax, friend. I'm merely kidding. Please, enjoy yourself. It is important that my subjects are comfortable before we begin. Feel free to explore the estates for a few days. Get to know the place. It will make things easier, after all. One suggestion. Avoid the guards. They aren't hostile, so long as you avoid the restricted areas. That is, those areas marked with a red cross. I cannot say much for their friendliness, though. It is usually the first thing to go. Now, run along. If you need anything, I suggest not bothering me. And especially not Mascroft here. He's a bit of a wild dog. Good day to you.
Get down. Just a little bit this way. And
Well, well. This is unsurprising, to say the least. Really, though, if you are going to break into someone's lab, why would you not check for alarms first? You did get so very far. It just seems a shame to have fallen at the last step. Talk. Why would I be interested in such things? It is clear what your motivations are. Who cares who sent you? Finaster knows that the Thalmor have their share of enemies. It's disappointing, really. Why do you insist on fighting us? We want to destroy the world, yes, but if we do, you all return to the immortal forms from whence you came. And if we don't, then there's no harm done. It hardly seems like something to vilify us over. After all, what benefits us benefits all, no? Ah, that I must admit is a personal passion of mine. I do so love picking apart life and seeing what makes it tick. Ethereal travel, soul gems, the Wheels of Lull. I've studied and managed to discover quite a few things from them. Still, you can't argue with the results. Look at Mascroft here. Sure, he might eat small children from time to time, but the benefits far outweigh the negatives, as you'll find out soon enough. I'll leave you to your thoughts then. You won't have them very much longer after all. Again, good day to you.
What's on your mind?
Toodaloo, I'm here to save you. Oh, can't do that, can't do that. You have a job to do. Must find what the Justicar is doing. Knows too much. Never trust a former Psijic after all. Also, this is but a one-way portal. Can't pull you through, only send things out. Why? So you can fight the jail bars? No, no, carefully, delicately. It's how we do, how we all do. Much the Justicar has done to this place. Lots of little tears in space-time. The Wheels of Lull poke out here quite a bit. No, you must learn to see as I see. And can't do that without the good old visor, can you? Here, take it now. Find the whispers in the world mechanism. You'll find that activating them has effects beyond that of normality. But still, you need to find the Justicar's plans. Pick his brain like he picks the ones on his guards. Speaking of which, I'd avoid them if I were you. Not one for dying they are. Nasty, brainless things. Oh, and if you want your things that he took, head to the front of the home. A closet holds a chest. Should be easy to spot. It always is, isn't it? Toodles.
Hush now. Get down.
Mascroft, hold this file, will you?
don't know what's ahead. Here we go. Stay close. Stay sharp.
I'm busy, but that doesn't mean much to you, does it? Well, this is interesting. I'm merely thinking, outsider. A lot of things are starting to make sense. This Justicar has probably been poking at all the little threads around Skyrim, trying to find his way below the mountain. That explains the fluctuations. He also has the writings of Sotha Sil. I'll assume you are aware of what a tower is, and keep things brief. Each tower has a stone, an anchor that keeps it working. This stone is usually a smaller object. If it is destroyed, the tower ceases to operate. Extremely. With each tower that goes down, Nirn becomes more and more unstable. Reality and the laws of nature begin to unravel. Snowthroat is one of the last remaining towers, you realize. At the very least. As cliche as it sounds, we'll have to stop him. And that's what I was afraid of. He'll be paranoid now. And without the element of surprise, there's no chance of us taking him down. We have barely any men to spare as it is, and we're all craftsmen at any rate. Without guile, we've no hope against the regiment of mutant Thalmor. Yes, unless we can ambush them. And I think I know just the place to do it. Okay, I have a plan. Get your bearings, then meet me outside. I think an announcement is in order. All right, you. Listen up. You all know why you're here. Maybe some of us said the wrong thing, or did the wrong thing, or were just too mad even for a fabricant. But as broken, homicidal, and mad as we are still chronographers, sons of Sate, timekeepers, memo nurses. And we do our job. Now is the time to prove that. A Thalmor agent, a mystic who stole the knowledge of our god, has learned of that which we keep hidden, the stone of snow. He will reach it, and he will use it, and he will destroy it. He insults us. He thinks that no one will get in his way, but I tell you, he's wrong. When he steps into that cave at the bottom of the mountain, he'll find a crew of angry fabricants waiting. My fellows, we are going to drill to Snowthroat's underworks and beat this foul Altmer to the stone. And that's where you come in. We monitor and guard it, but no, we are not able to reach it. To do so, we must build a borer, a drill, and carve our way through rock and gear to the underbelly of the throat of the world. There, we'll set a trap for Archeron, and when he comes through, he'll be chronobait. It is not enough that we build a drill. The rock above us, as well as the Wheels of Lull, cannot be mined through with conventional tools. It is far too strong for anything found on the surface or even beneath it to break through. Except for one material. It is the blood of Stendarr, known by some as its common name, titanium. There is very little of it that exists anywhere, except I know a secret. In the days when the Clockwork City still functioned, there were many foundries established within it, endlessly working to create. One of these foundries was assigned the task of cutting and shaping metal. Precisely. There is a drilling machine in a place called the Boiling Foundry, and it is fitted with a small but powerful titanium drill bit. I need you to go there and retrieve it for me. I have a much more important task, Outsider. I must contact the leader of our order, the Eternity, and requisition both guards and equipment. And at any rate, do I even look like I'm the least bit combat ready? There were security systems and machines all throughout the foundry, and while I might not last, you certainly would. No, the upgate only goes, as the name suggests, up. The Boiling Foundry is much further down, in the dark places of Sothasil below us. You can't reach it via the upgate. However, Lowmore used to have an elevator station to and from the foundry. It was removed long ago, but the current station once led to it. Perhaps, if you are clever, you might find a way in, maybe see what others can't.